Hi my beloved, so in my previous video I know I promised you that in my next video, which is this one, I'm going to talk about the two major primary needs in a marriage that women express that I left out in my previous video, and I said that I'm going to talk about the five major primary needs in a marriage that men expressed according to the writer that I was talking about in my previous video. But I'm sorry, I want to talk about this due to popular demand, and I have been receiving a lot of messages from you guys. You've been asking me how you can know that you are breaking up and the things that you should worry about when you see in your relationship. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to talk about three things, and then as we go on, we'll talk about these things more in depth. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is extreme arguing and fighting. You know, I'm not saying that a couple shouldn't argue or shouldn't disagree in anything, but I'm saying that extreme disagreements or arguments in a relationship, when a couple disagrees a lot, or when your disagreements outnumber the times that you are staying peacefully, just so that you have something to worry about, and just to worry about that it's not saying that a couple shouldn't argue in any way. When you're not arguing, when you're not having any disagreements in a relationship, just know that you're pretending. So stop that pretense and live the way you're supposed to live, and just be yourself in this relationship. You have to learn each other. After all, you are building a home with this person. This is the person who you're going to live with for the rest of your life. So you have to be truthful in whatever you are doing. You have to actually be yourself. Don't pretend. So that's the first thing that I wanted to talk about. And then the second thing that I'm going to talk about is extreme physical involvement. Most of the times when you are with your friends, you cannot spend some time with your friends. You just want them to leave so that you remain with your loved one, so that you do those things that you actually do, that physical involvement. You have something to worry about, and you have to know that you have to just leave this person and start afresh with the person who's going to balance up the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual involvement with. You have to balance these things up. So if you are extremely physically involved with this person, just know that you are not going anywhere and you have something to worry about. And then the third thing that I'm going to talk about is abuse. You know, there are many times when we offend our loved ones. Sometimes you go out and then you have offended this person, but if they express themselves there and then by way of maybe beating you, or by way of shouting at you, or telling you all those nasty words in front of a lot of people, and they have to move on, because you cannot change a person. If this person is so abusive, you cannot change this person no matter what you try to do. So just know that I have to move on, because if this person beats me like this when I'm just still his girlfriend, what more when I become his wife? It'll be worse. So just know that you have to move on. And then the other thing, the last thing that I'm going to talk about, I know I said I'm going to talk about three things, but let me just add, the other thing that I'm going to talk about is withdrawal. When you find that you've withdrawn yourself from the rest of the world and you just want to spend time with this person, you can't do anything, just know that you have something to worry about, because a person needs to, yes, you need to spend time with your loved one, but you have to spend time with your friends as well. Don't leave your friends out there and just focus on this one person, but you have a life to lead out there, which involves your friends and your family. So those are the things that I wanted to talk about. Don't want to talk about the two things that I promised in my next video. So remember to subscribe so that every time I upload a video, you are notified. Thank you so much for staying with me, and see you next time. Bye bye.